So we're going to the sermon, another step of the documentary that we've been creating now for the past few weeks. This opportunity with CAIR-Chicago, learning more about the Muslim community, learning more about Islam, very exciting for us. I've always feel like I've been an open-minded individual, and part of the problem in the world is that people get too entrenched in their own values and in their own ways of thinking. That creates perception that is oftentimes wrong.
I think Islam hates us.
Many Muslims describe Islam as a religion of peace, but a 2015 poll by the Center for Security Policy suggests otherwise.
Every Muslim is a terrorist. Period.
Right now.
Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear your mouth.
A library puts up an art display that some say insults Muslim women.
Islamophobic graffiti was painted outside a family's home in Homer Glen.
We are consistently faced with challenges regarding our Muslim identities. I will continue to fight without end for our rights, our voices, and our values.
Prior to the election of 2016, we knew that the Muslim community was being persecuted. We see it every day. We pursue it every day. The difference between now and then is that now there's an element of fear.
The Supreme Court upholds the controversial travel ban. Some call it a victory for the U.S., others say it's religious discrimination.
Pretend that the environment and the context of the decision is simply in the words on paper and not in the larger conversation is cynical, irresponsible, and in our estimation, not good for national security and the fabric of this country.
Our job is to bring all that information out to the world and show the world this is what's happening. This is reality for the Muslim community in the United States today. This is what we need to change, and we're here to help you fix it.
Not a week goes by that we don't receive several emails, phone calls, our hotline's always ringing, and we don't plan on stopping anytime soon. We are 24 hours, 7 days a week. We are always available for anyone, and we will not stop the fight.
Often a lot of discrimination occurs not because of who we really are, but because of who we're perceived as. People look at us and see someone different, and sometimes it doesn't matter if you're actually Hindu or if you're actually Muslim. It's just that you look like someone who you've been told looks like a threat.
My perception of the Muslim community is, I would say, very flawed because of the portrayal of the Muslim community within our media, within video games, news clips, news articles. I don't think it's accurately portrayed.
I wish more people could attend services like this.
Sure.
Because they would see, like, they would hear you talking and they'd hear Ahmed talking, and it would be like, oh, well, I agree with
They're
this.
more like us. They're more like us than anything.
Well, I agree with you.
I know. We want the community to come inside, dispel some of these rumors and misgivings about Muslims.
A lot of times this Islamophobia or bigotry or discrimination comes from being uninformed or comes from a fear that is just not rational.
Can you please briefly walk me through the situation that brought you here to CAIR-Chicago?
Please tell me why you're here. Can you walk me through your story before you applied for asylum?
If Osman's family is removed from the U.S., it's as good as a death sentence for their child with this rare congenital condition. Whether it's this or a niqabi woman being beaten and stripped by police, behind every one of our hundreds of cases are real human beings deeply hurting. Our job is to vindicate the vulnerable, but in a way it's ultimately about quenching broken hearts.
My wife and I, we felt so sad. We have to keep giving our child the medical care he needs.
When I came from Algeria, I have high depression. At this time, it was in my city, almost like civilian war. My home burned, my stuff, everything. I lose everything. I lose all confidence with Algerian justice. because I'm sure, like 100%, if you get me back, I will arrest it for no reason.
It was 2015, 4th of July, when I had attacked by Chicago police officers. They hit me, kicked me, and they grabbed my hijab. Then they threw me to the platform where they took off my clothes and exposed my body in front of everyone. They investigated me and they told me, you are a terrorist, you came to kill Americans, we don't want you to be in this country. I was a nightmare. What happened to me with Chicago police was just destroyed me. They killed me while I'm still alive.
I think it changes with what we just did. You go to the service, you go talk to the people, you realize how similar they are, how they want to just be in a community and be able to share values and
help others,
take care of their families.
Why is it so important for people to come to this area and experience these types of businesses and the food and the culture, and I'm not talking about Muslims, I'm talking about people like me.
Islamophobia is based on ignorance, and what we see is a lot of the people who are Islamophobic don't have exposure to the culture that a lot of Muslims have. So when they come to Devon, they'll be able to see it and see the food and the clothes.
It's amazing what people will form in their own heads when they don't know something. Some of the things we've learned since we started this documentary has been, quite frankly, disgusting. It's mind-boggling that people think the way they do, whether if it's about the Muslim community, about brown people, black people, really any person who has faced discrimination. To me, you just need to treat people with respect. CAIR-Chicago, they want everyone to be informed about the Muslim community rather than be afraid of it. And they're also fighting on behalf of many people who have been discriminated against. So this is one of the best projects we've been able to work on.
CAIR's mission is very noble. They have made it a point to protect Muslims, American Muslims, which is very unique.
You need organizations like CAIR. You need organizations that are going to come and say, hey, we're going to fight for the little guy.
A lot of the times when clients call, we're the first people they've been talking to who actually seem to care about what they've been going through and the discrimination they've been facing and the issues they need help with.
While CAIR-Chicago does serve the Muslim community, they do extend their hands to reach out to other organizations and to other communities, because while it is important for me as a Muslim to stand up for the rights of Muslims, it is also equally important for me to ensure that others, even the non-Muslims, have their rights ensured as well.
We are united, Muslim, Latinos, African American, Asian, white, Jewish, Christian. We are all united and we stand against hate and bigotry. Everything that you are seeing today, whether it is young children being ripped from the arms of their parents at the border, or whether it is the Muslim ban that determines your national security threat, not based on what you've done or what you might be likely to do, but based solely on where you were born. It all comes down to the same basic question. Should race and/or religion determine your rights and privileges in this country? Trump and his movement have answered the question with a resounding yes, and we answer no!
I'm proud CAIR-Chicago, they took my case and they helped me, granted my asylum. They created like a new life for me.
CAIR-Chicago, they open their doors to anyone who needs help.
Look, I'm gonna show you a trick. I don't want you to tell your brother though, okay? This is just for you.
They are very good people here. They work as a team.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh man, I'm not a very good magician, am I?
I asked for help. Without arm, I can't live. CAIR-Chicago like an arm for all Muslims who are harassment and attacked illegally like this. Because of CAIR-Chicago, I am still alive, body and soul.
When you support CAIR-Chicago and donate to our organization, it's really a personal investment because you're investing into the lives of Uthman, Angel, and many other clients. They're not less than us. They deserve dignity, respect. They deserve to feel valuable.